Yatagnir-dahika shakti Ram Krishna stita hiya Sarva vidya swarupam tvam Sharadam pranamamyaham. Like fire and its burning power, so is Holy Mother established in Ramakrishna. Repeated salutations to the Mother. Once a woman devotee asked the Holy Mother, Mother, why can't we recognize you, even though you tell us that you are the goddess? Mother says, how can everyone recognize divinity, my child? Then she gives us an example. There was a big diamond on the bathing ghat, the steps leading towards this river. And people used to use that stone to clean their soles of the feet, thinking it was a stone. One day a jeweler comes and recognizes that diamond for what it was. So similarly, until and unless Holy Mother, through her own grace, reveals herself, it's just impossible. Because we just can't see the divinity even in ourselves. Forget divinity, seeing divinity in others. Yeah. But then, she did reveal herself. There was the Chandra Mohan Datta. He was kind of a partial employee who used to accompany Mother on her trips to Jarambati and back. So one day, on one of his trips to Calcutta, on the way to Vishnupur, Mother used to, in those days, used to travel by bullock cart from Jarambati to a place called Koalpara, and then to another place called Vishnupur, where she used to catch a train to Calcutta. And in those old days, the bullock carts, those of you have seen the bullock carts there in India, it's one big torture. And the roads, there was no roads, just dirt tracks. So it used to creak and sway, and Mother, she was suffering from rheumatism. And she used to take a rest now and then. So one day, near Vishnupur, she was taking rest near Vishnupur at the roadside under a tree. So Chandra Mohan Datta, he goes and says, Mother, you've given me everything. And I'm so glad. I don't have any more desires, but except one big one. So what's that, my child? I want to see your real nature. Oh, no, you don't have to worry about that. And she kept on dissuading him, and he kept on insisting. After a while, Mother said, okay. She tells her companions, just move a little away. I've got something privately to speak. And she tells Chandra Mohan, now what you see should not be revealed as long as I'm alive. Yeah. And then immediately, Mother shows her real form. And Chandra Mohan, he was that big smile on his face, Now he's getting his big desire fulfilled. But that smile was wiped off his face. He began trembling. He fell down in fear. Mother revealed her form of Durga as Jagadhatri. with those four hands, luminous, celestial, transcendent. And Chandra Mohan just looked at her and was stunned. And she immediately withdrew this form of hers. Now we see the image of Durga. That is exactly how she appeared to Chandra Mohan. And this throws away all ideas of pratika and pratima. You know, there is a doctrine in the Bhakti Sutras that these are just symbols. The real is behind the symbols. But in this case, the real is real and the symbol also is real. So this was Chandra Mohan's vision of the goddess in her supreme form. He then notices two, you can say, attendants of the mother. And he asked them, who were those two attendants? Jaya and Vijaya? Saying, yes. And they have come as, Yogin and Kolapma, the two attendants of the Holy Mother. So she had bought a whole entourage. She was born on 22nd December, according to the lunar calendar, 1853. And people get surprised at how divinity is born like us. Born almost like us. Shyamasundari Devi, she was from Shihor, a neighboring village. So she had gone to her parental home, and as she was returning, she felt a kind of a call of nature, and she goes towards some bushes where there was a bricklin and a bale tree. The bale tree is a sacred tree. Its leaves are used in worship. Later, mother said that was a false call. Her womb, as it were, was filled with air. And as Chandramani, Shyamasundari Devi was squatting there, she saw a girl, 4 or 5-year-old, wearing a red sari and descending down the bale tree and putting her arms around the neck and embracing, here I have come. And before Shyamasundari could say anything, who are you? She entered into her. From that moment on, Shyamasundari felt that she was with child. When Ramchandra, her father, was a poor, you can say, person, he used to make his living by doing this puja, So before he could leave for Calcutta, he had a dream one afternoon after his food, where he saw a beautiful goddess with expensive jewelry, bedecked with jewelry. She appears and she also clasps him by his neck and says, here I've come to your home. And Ramchandra, he was a very pious person, saying, this is the goddess of fortune. It's possible that my trip now to Calcutta will be fruitful. And he had left. So when they both met again, Shyamasundari Devi spoke about her vision, and Ramchandra Mukhopadhyay also related his experience. So this was the beginning. You say, the Bhagavad Gita says, Janma karma chame divyam. My birth is divine. All my works are divine. Those who know this birth and my works, in reality, will have no more rebirth. Sri Ramakrishna used to say, Sharada is the goddess Saraswati. She has descended this time to confer knowledge. And besides, we know that he had transferred all his powers to her on the Shodashi Puja when he worshipped her. We get this idea. Yes, now she is a goddess and all Sri Ramakrishna transferred apart from his powers. He also taught her the various mantras for initiation. He was training her, as it were, to take on the role, the future mission of Ramakrishna would now have an aspect of motherhood. There is a doubt always whether God exists, even till the very end. Yes, as the Upanishad says, Vidyate Hridaya Granthi, when the knots of the heart have been cut asunder. Chiddate Sarva Samshaya, when all the doubts have been dissipated. So these doubts will come, always will be there, at every stage, especially of spiritual life. It will be there whether God is real, whether God is not real. In the Bhagavad Gita again, Arjuna says, Asito Devalo Vyasa Swayam Chaiva Bravisite. Asita and Devala and Vyasa, these great sages have spoken about you as God. And you yourself are telling me now that you are God. As we have seen, she says, Sri Ramakrishna had come in this world for the sufferings of humanity, to alleviate the sufferings of humanity. He is God. He is Bhagavan. Mother herself is saying. And then she adds, and I am Bhagavati. Now, we have this concrete, this evidence here. She said it. What more? Yet, the mind, the heart, the soul, there it will doubt and doubt. So this time, as Swami Gambhirananda, who wrote one of the first biographies of Holy Mother, says, she, to bring away this doubt from our minds, she manifested as the Guru, as the Mother, and as the Goddess. He says, when you approach Holy Mother as Mother, you go towards her, she will reveal herself as a Guru, removing all ignorance. Now, if you approach her as a Guru, she will take you and me and everyone else on a lap and reveal her motherhood. And if we approach both Mother as a Guru and as Mother, you will find, he says, that she is revealing her transcendent aspect as the Goddess. Saying where these three, Guru, Mother, and Goddess, they blend, no one knows exactly. They blend one into the other. Now, yeah, we can understand Mother, everybody is Mother. How do you understand the Mother? A little. Okay, she is my Mother. A little, take that understanding a notch higher. Take all your mothers. You remember all your mothers? Everyone does. Yeah, most of us do. All the mothers in the world, take them all together. Now add all the mothers of all the species, animals and everything, birds and everything, all the mothers of the world, make them into one. You get an idea of the Mother as Mother. Now, to understand her as a Guru, Yeah, she's my guru, and she'll take all the gurus of the world, every guru of every shade, good and bad, and including all the acharyas and even the incarnations, lump them all together, and you will get the idea of mother as the guru. And about the goddess, yeah, take all the goddesses, and in India we have a few million goddesses only. And take all the goddesses of the past, those whom we have neglected, forgotten. All those Roman and Greek and so many, every culture had these goddesses, teeming. Take all the goddesses of the past, present, and also those will be in the future. Lump them all together, and you will get the idea of mother as a goddess. You will say, she looks like my mother. You tried it? You try looking at your Holy Mother's picture, and then you say, she resembles a little like my mother. That is the universality of the Divine Mother. And you can see all the gods and goddesses in her. You can see all the gurus in her. So this was how she manifested. And why? As I said, just to remove our doubts. Doubts about the existence of God. And if we can do that, yeah, that's wonderful. So this is how we connect ourselves to the Divine Mother. Now, Swami Nikhilananda, he spent decades and decades, I think about 50 years, 40 years in New York. He was Holy Mother's disciple. And he says in his biography of the Holy Mother, saying, a silent yearning constantly welled up from her heart. Come, all of you, I am here for you. I shall soothe my heart in showing you the way to liberation. Imagine, mother's heart is soothed by leading us to liberation. That was our essential work. And this is how she took in everybody, not for what we were or what we will be or what we have done. When we look at people, we are always judgmental. It was mother, she's saying, yeah, she wasn't judgmental. She knew, this is my child. We cannot say that, yeah, this is my mother with all that conviction. Yes, somewhere deep down. And as we approach the mother, you will find her slowly, slowly revealing her form. He continues saying, this was her silent yearning to all beings, and that was drawing everyone to her. None was rejected, none ever went empty-handed. All were drawn by her love. So we are here today celebrating Holy Mother's birthday because somewhere we have felt Mother's power of attraction. And this power of attraction is the path to liberation. Now, as a guru, she was really a great guru. Even when disciples couldn't do japa or something like that, oh, my mind is restless, and she used to, in various ways, try to allay their restlessness and their fears. What's going to happen to me? I can't even take your name. Say, okay, don't worry. I'll do japa for you. Which guru does that? Gurus will say, do more japa. It's good for you. Your mother is saying, don't worry, my child, I'll do it for you. As a mother, she manifested. Raj Behari was her disciple. He asked her one day, "Are you the mother of all?" Saying, "Yes." "Even of all these lower beings?" "Yes." This is the motherhood. We think only in terms of the human mother. Yes, she is that plus the universal mother. And then Yogin Ma was saying, nowadays these gods like this Sashti and this Sitala and all, who will worship them? They will be, people will be worshipping you. So no, why should we say that? They are all parts of me. People will continue worshipping them. This is the universal, you can say, mother, the universal goddess, and the universal guru. This is how she manifested. And it's an amazing fact that here we are. At the same time, somewhere deep down, our presence here, our love for a mother, is in a way a reaction. You know, when you love somebody, that somebody also loves you. Most of human love is a form of kind of reaction. A mother's love is no form of reaction. It's spontaneous, it's natural. And here we are responding in a way to somewhere deep down we have felt this love. In the Vedanta, it's simple. The Guru is God. The God and Guru, they are kind of interchangeable. But that the Guru and the God can descend as the universal mother is the first time that this has happened. And Holy Mother says that Sri Ramakrishna has left me behind to demonstrate the motherhood of God. And this motherhood of God will be like a small kind of light in the mind. In the Upanishad, it's called Mano Jyoti, the light of the mind. And this light will slowly keep on growing. It will manifest in three ways. Your universality through the Guru Bhakti you will get. You will be compassionate towards living beings. And you will not make any distinction between gods and goddesses, knowing that they are essentially one. It is going to expand not only our daily life, but also our spiritual life. This is how she will manifest within us. This light in the mind will broaden our steps, will take in everybody, just like the mother. We will be a microcosm of the mother. We have to be. Simply, mother will do that for us. Yeah, she'll do that, but then you have got to do something. The highest, you can say, reading of the scriptures is when they speak about an avatar as well as the higher states of realization. There is nothing higher than this. And you see Swami Vivekananda, all these, they had the highest experiences possible to a person in a human body. And even with such high experiences, when they used to go to mother, they used to quake. And Swamiji used to sprinkle himself with so much Ganges water, he used to almost get drenched. He felt he was not pure enough to approach the mother. Imagine the purest of the pure saying that I'm not pure enough to go and approach the Holy Mother. And when he used to go meet her, he used to have a kind of a quick, you can say, prostration and say, Mother, how are you? My child, I'm fine. And how are you? That's all. And he used to get up in a hurry and go back. Fortunately, we don't have this disability. Yes, actually it's an advantage to us. We don't have any high realization to know really that this is mother or the whole universe. It is actually our ignorance of her which is actually working in our favor. We are being carried to her effortlessly. Like so many devotees, they were just pulled in by her love, not by her great stature. And when you come close to her, she will reveal herself like Chandra Mohan Datta. Yeah, this is what I am. So this is how we, in a way, are being led, drawn by her love. And this love, if we can express that love even a little for the Holy Mother and for the world, we become unstoppable, because we then truly become Mother's child. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sri Ram Krishna Arpanamastu.
Om Jananing Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Pada Padme Tayosritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. So today is our Holy Mother's birthday. We are celebrating. As we are hearing so long that Mother is the greatest wonder in her simplicity. We look at her, most ordinary village scene of India, we find our mothers like that. See, no artificiality, no glamour, outside glamour. And that has made her very special. We can understand someone who has oratory skill, who have knowledge of different subjects, or have something extraordinary, music, art, literature, whatever, something attracting. We are attracted to the power. But never ever this power has been expressed in this degree. The incarnations came, and with these incarnations we find, particularly with Rama, with Krishna, with Sri Chaitanya, with Buddha, the divine power manifested side by side, to have a joint role in the mission for which they come down into the earth. But we find the uniqueness in this incarnation, that this power which came was not silent. Silent, perfectly silent, but not silent. Most vocal, most powerful. That's why Ramakrishna said, "What have I done? You will have to do much more than I have done anything." It's very unusual. It is the greatest expression of the Sattvika quality. Even its succeeds over or goes above the expression which we find in the greatest avatar, Sri Ramakrishna. Some of the sadhus used to say, Sri Ramakrishna is great, but he could not stop when his highest emotion or samadhi comes. He was pulled away. But Mother has much more power. She kept that samadhi under her control and just lived like a simple person. The Mahamaya Janmo Nilo, there is a song, Mahamaya Janmo Nilo, Bhakti Premo Bilate, Jai Ram Batite, Jai Ram Batite, Vaikuntha hote lokhi elo, Prithivire matite, Jai Ram Batite. Beautiful idea, very simple language. In the Jai Ram Bati came the mother of the universe, the Lakshmi, who lives with Narayana Vaikuntha. She descended. But it is this simplistic way that covering her all powers, at the same time holding the tremendous power. So you remember that when Swami Sridharananda came here and Maharaj told that story of the Soroshi Puja, and he explained that in the way that what Ramakrishna could not swallow, Holy Mother swallowed that. That lady took the food plate and gave it to Ramakrishna. That is a simple story. But he explained in this way, it is a Soroshi, the power of the mother. Mother took away all its negativities out of the food, whatever is there. How Ramakrishna could eat again if he could not touch that food? And because mother said, how can he eat? He brought this argument. It is not that. Mother, with her power, which difficult to digest for Ramakrishna, she withdrew and took away that, and then food became pure, and then Ramakrishna could eat. So this is the power so much, as we are saying that all the incarnations, when the Divine Mother came, that time they have their very low-key role, silently at the background. Vishnu Priya used to, day and night, an ideal example of body intoxication, is to repeat the name of the Lord. And after repeating how many times she used to repeat the name, that many grains of rice she used to collect. And used to say only she was enabled to eat that much rice for her meal. So think about that, how much practice she did for the good of others, to set an example. But this time, Mother expressed that purity, that love in the open domain. Rather, many people are attracted to Ramakrishna, but more is attracted to Mother also. Because when we fall in difficulties and troubles, we don't go to Father. Father will keep scolding. Or see at this, you did this, you did that. But always Mother. Whatever you do, Mother is there to just to forgive and forget. So this is the uniqueness of Holy Mother, what we find. And she can give from any level, from mundane level to the highest spiritual level. That is the power, the divine power we are hearing about so long, that it is the Shakti, Shakti in its highest level of purity, Sattika, super Sattik. And that's why it is so simple, and that simplicity itself is the cause that we cannot understand ever, and we will never be able to understand, and if not Vivekananda like people say, and Brahmananda like people used to shake, as we have heard. What the question of ordinary people, we understand. We are on this little one small spoon, a cup of ours with a small cup of our measurement. No. And this ocean like people, they cannot fathom the depth and greatness of the Divine Mother. So what we are attracted, that simplicity is the one uniqueness, and so much purity. Just to look at the photograph itself, when we are tormented, we are in trouble, we can find the peace inside. We are hearing about Chandra Mohan. She is the mother of the universe. She is the Mahamaya. Huh? So Chandra Mohan was used to serve also when mother was in Udbodhan. And then she was very free with mother. Anytime going to mom and whatever chores, someone is asking something, he has the freedom to go to mom and report to that and bring anything. So one day he was asked, Acha, Chandra, you are so free to mother. When you go and you ask anything, you can ask, yes, I can ask anything. Can you ask mother that your, what is the kata? Liberation. Yeah. Can you ask? For just you go and ask, Ma, give me liberation. Oh, I can do that. I am so free. So Chandra Mohan thought, mother is so easy and so normally I'm approachable. So he thought that I can go and ask anything, even to ask that question. So he was joyfully, he thought that he will go. Yes, I'm going, and he went to mother's place, mother's room. And mother was just looking at him and said, Chandra, what do you want, my boy? He forgot all this. What he came for, what challenge he is taken. And he said, Mom, I want some sandesh, prasad. And Ma said, okay, it is there, take it. So that is the uniqueness of mother. No? She is the Mahamaya. She is one way we read in the Chandi. She is gives liberation. At the same time, she, with her power, keeps us in the playful world of duality. That is the uniqueness. And then when he came back, then he understood, see, who is she? You think that she is so easy. Because she comes down to our level. That's why it appears to be. But she is the Divine Mother, Mahamaya, the Great Mother, by whose will the stars and galaxies all are in their orbit. The Swami Vivekananda wrote a letter, beautiful letter, inspirational letter. There is my superstition or gonami. Gonami ki hobe? That's my one-pointed, that firm belief, gonami is that fanatic idea. I'm more fanatic, that is the point, about mother rather than your father. That's why I want mother and her place first. And let father and his sons will be taken care of later on. So first mother was the topmost priority in the life of Swami Vivekananda. If we look at the mother, we will have to look to the telescope of Vivekananda telescope, to Brahmananda telescope, to Shivananda telescope. We can get a glimpse of that. And they, as we heard that he's going to see my mother, Vivekananda is drinking Ganges water, splinking Ganges water all over the body. He's not sufficiently pure. Who is Vivekananda is not pure. By his glance he could lift the mind of thousands of people in the audience from duality to non-dual experience. And he's saying, I'm not fit, I'm not pure enough to go to mother. We have no concept of that. We need not have to understand that. Here is also another point. Mother is so great, so in a different plane, we have no need to understand. That's why we have to know this much, what mother said. If anyone comes and approaches me and say, Mother, I will not be able to refuse him whatever he wants or she wants. That is the greatest boon. And he said, and whatever we do, there is an excuse only to take refuge in the Divine Mother. That's why Mother is approachable. Well, that we see the stories of people from the lower strata of society to the highest intellectuals of the society. Whoever comes to Mother, Mother conquers their heart by her spirituality, by her simplicity, by her simple look. Come, my son, eat something. We can do. We can say, come and eat. But who will think that I am some such that I can take away their any suffering? But my mother, by doing that, takes away their suffering. One lady lost her child, son, and bitterly she was crying and weeping, and came to Mother. And seeing her suffering, Mother cried more loudly, and as if her own son has died. And then, as she was crying, the lady who lost her son, she felt she is relaxed. All the burden, all the tensions, all the anxieties, worries are taken away. That is the mother who can by wish, can take away everything. So this, but she, in the condition, that is the uniqueness, that's mother. That's why we call mother. Mother, not on her own condition, but the condition of this child. We are all children. We have all mistakes. We are all, no one is perfect. But even some are perfect, some are not perfect. In the eyes of mother, they are all children. Another, probably, she takes more care for the naughty children, those who have done more or not in the normal order. Mother, mother takes care of them much more. So we know this, mother's life is such sweet, no? It is like a sweet candy. You can taste it on the right side, left side, up, down. From any angle we look at Holy Mother's life, it suits our heart, because she is the mother, divine mother. She is the essence of substance of our reality. Behind our consciousness, that is her consciousness. Mother is in every being. Mother is in the heart of all. That's why Premeshananda Maharaj used to define Mother Sarada as that Nikhilo Matri Hridayo Sagaro Manthana Sudha Murati. It's a beautiful description. The Nikhilo Matri Hridayo Sagara. So, suppose Hridaya Sagara means the ocean. The Nikhila Matri, in the heart of all mothers, as we have heard, human, animals, plants, trees, any created being, you collect all the motherly love, motherly affection, motherly protection, motherly joy, motherly, what is called blessings. You collect all in a place, and he said, you churn it and make it what you call butter, no? Milk to butter. And then the Holy Mother is the form. It is not a human form. It is a very fine spiritual entity, which is the essence of love and compassion and holiness and purity and unconditional grace and dedication. And that is, we can imagine, if we can imagine such thing, that if we collect all the love of all motherly heart. Mother heart does not mean that only women's heart, where is the love for the child, but anyone parental love, anywhere, the love, all collected together. And then it is churned, and it is made more, extract the essence of it, giving out even all the little dross which we have in our earthly love. Then that compact form is the divine man. Nikhilo Matri Hridayo Sagara Manthana, churning Sudha Murati. That's a murti, which is the nectar of divine love and compassion. So let us just surrender to Mother. In life we need a mother. We don't want much more argument. You have done that. You should have done that. Why did you not do that? We are troubled. We are hearing all the time for our failures and misdeeds. All the time we are hearing that. You are worthless. You did that. You did that. If you go to get some counseling to somebody, then you say, huh? You did that. You should not have done that. Why did you do that? I didn't come to you for that. Give me a little peace. But it is mother can give that. Because we do not know what to give and how to give. And we have no treasure enough to give. But we can just go and say, Mother, this is this. Mother said that you have done wrong. What is there? I will take care of you. You need not have to worry about it. As the protection, as assurance of it. So let us simply go to Mother and say simply, Ma, take care of me. I cannot handle anymore. It is you. You are the mother of the universe. You are the support of everything. So guide me, hold me, and take me. And yes, really, we have heard from sadhus and experiences of many of our bhaktas and sadhus that Mother takes care. Let us pray to Mother. And we have spent the day in this way, worship and this. Now we will go for the evening Arati, prayer, and we'll have a little relics touching, and that will end our program today. Thank you all for coming, and thanks all who are visiting through the YouTube. If you are, thank you all. We are sorry that we could not accommodate everyone. That's why we restricted, but it was because taking some protective measure for everyone's good. Thank you all, those who are seeing from home also. Mother bless us all. Jai Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Shri Rama Krishna, Jai Shri Rama Krishna, Jai Shri Rama Krishna, Om Shakti Om. Jai Shri Rama Krishna, Jai Shri Rama Krishna, Jai Shri Rama Krishna, Om Shakti
Jai